putting together 48 minutes of defense is kind of what they need to see here at College Park today.
As we get ready for the tip, beautiful day here in Atlanta. And again, we are just south of downtown Atlanta in College Park, Georgia. And you never know who you're going to see at these games. 2 Chainz was at the game on Friday night. He may be here today as well. As we get underway here at the Gateway Center, Skyhawks control the tip, and here's Mays with the ball at the top of the key. Sharif Cooper looking for Lawson there, and there's a steal by Charlie Brown Jr., and he gets fouled on his way to the basket.
Yeah, Charlie did a nice job shooting the lane right there, going through the passing lane, got out, anticipated the pass by Sharif. He's got great length. Good hustle by the Skyhawks in transition, but there's a turnover. You know, start the game with a turnover right off the tip. Got to change the tide there.
Well, John, you saw the movement there with the offense, and I think they were trying to get some movement going and try to get some open looks, but an errant pass turns into 2 points. Remember, in the G League, 1 counts as 2, so 1 free throw is 2 points, and that is our score as we get started. Delaware up.
Really puts a premium on the makes and misses from the line. I mean, 1 for 2.
Well, they always told me, you know, work on the free throws. I never realized it was going to count that way. And there's Mays to the basket, uncontested layup.
Skyler, 24 points on Friday evening and picking up right where he left off. He can do it from beyond the arc. He can do it in the paint. Polished offensive talent.
And you see the ball movement right there by Delaware. Key at the top of the key for 3. The 6'8" forward out of Virginia, undrafted, showing his range right there.
Oh yeah, he's the nephew of Ralph Sampson, the UVA great Ralph Sampson. So he's got good DNA there in the bloodlines.
It's in the genes. And that's Jalen Johnson, the Hawks' #1 pick, picking up the loose ball right there and getting to the rack for his first bucket of the afternoon.
And Jalen's got the advantage size-wise on the court right now. Size, athleticism. Look for the Skyhawks to play through Jalen.
Oh! And a big-time block right there. Hustle play by Malik Ellison.
And Malik's first start on the season. Coach Gansey, we spoke to before the game, wanted to reward him for a great performance the other night. Consistent effort and energy in practice. Coach Gansey really trying to send that message to this team.
Well, John, in your playing days, and John played at Georgia Tech, you know, coaches always talk about how you practice is how you play, right? That's something we've always heard. So when you're practicing well, you do deserve more playing time, and Ellison's getting that today.
Yeah, absolutely. It's very tough to turn it on if you're not practicing at game speed, especially making a transition from collegiate play to the NBA level, the G League level. Practice, there's such a premium on going game speed.
You saw Ellison in the lane, turnaround jumper was off. Jalen Johnson tried to follow it up. His tip was no good, but there's a long miss, and the Skyhawks are looking to run. Ball tipped out. It'll be Skyhawks ball underneath. 10 minutes to play here in the first quarter.
There you saw the athleticism of Jalen. Big hands, strong, just went up and grabbed it. You know, guys like us, we're not catching that. We're not coming down with that. That's going off the backboard, turnover.
Oh, reverse layup by Sharif Cooper. Gets him on the board here early, and that was in traffic.
Oh, Sharif can really go. If you're closing out on Sharif Cooper, you better be ready because he's got the quicks.
And a nice left-hand layup by Cooper, steal by Ellison. You talked about the hustle. Ellison showing it on both ends, especially on the defensive end.
Yeah, he's kind of going to be like the glue guy. They're not going to play through him offensively, but you know, he's going to hustle. He's going to draw a tough defensive assignment. He can rebound, and that's where he's going to make his mark on the game.
Braxton Key with the move to the bucket. You talked about the lineage earlier, Ralph Sampson, and Skylar Mays wastes no time going right back down the lane to pick up 2 more as the Skyhawks are up 3, 10-7.
Yeah, 10 points in 3 minutes of play. I like the pace they're playing at, you know, really moving the ball. Crisp start to the game offensively for the Skyhawks.
Well, it's certainly a different start from Friday night when they got down big. At one point, they were down to the Bluecoats by 27 points and fought their way back, but were unable to finish the game the way they wanted to. Mays looking for some help. There's Cooper off the dribble. and you see Sharif Cooper's ability off the dribble to get to where he wants. And look at Ellison going strong to the basket. And there's a tip in. I think it'll count for the Skyhawks, and it will.
Went right to the wire there on the shot clock and stayed with it. Ellison quick to the ball.
Well, he's already been like the Energizer Bunny here early on, John. Just getting the loose balls, playing D. You see the hustle plays that he's making right now.
Yeah, it's a guy like that, you know, your fourth or fifth starter that can set the tone for the rest of the team. And, you know, we talked about throwing the first punch today. One of the keys to the game is get off to a fast start. Skyhawks certainly doing that.
No, and I like the way they're pushing the ball as well. I mean, they're wasting no time as Jalen Johnson shoots a three in the corner. It's off, rebound. Bluecoats. And here comes Pons on the other end. And I think that was Ellison with the block down there. But they get an easy bucket after the blocks by Malik Ellison as Delaware's trying to cut into this early lead by the Skyhawks. But I agree, I like the pace, and I certainly like the way they're trying to push the ball to put some pressure on the defense.
Absolutely. We talked about family lineage. Ellison, the son of Purvis Ellison, right? You know? Former first pick in the
Never nervous Purvis?
Yeah, that's the same DNA.
Wow. Left hand layup right there. And that's Charlie Brown Jr. going to the rack.
Not a bad gene pool.
Skyhawks up one. 7-minute mark here, and that's just an errant pass there. Mays was looking for Jalen Johnson and just led him just a little bit too much.
Yeah, so 12-11, Skyhawks with the lead. Different story today other than Friday night. We'll be
searching for meaning in a relentless world, always connected, but somehow alone, trapped by illusion. We offer another path, where the battle to belong begins. Awakened by a calling, united by the cause you fight for. No one can take away what it means to be among the few, the proud, the Marines.
Celebrate softness season with Tommy John. Longer evenings require perfect pajamas and luxurious loungewear, so indulge her with insanely soft fabrics that last. They're machine washable, easy care, and easy to gift. We've got something for everyone with hand-selected gift sets and breathable bras that solve all her problems. Make this year memorable. Surprise her with silky, soft support. Be quick, our gift sets sell out fast. Go to TommyJohn.com now for 20% off site-wide in the Black Friday sale.
Socks are the #1 most requested item in homeless shelters. Underwear is #2. T-shirts are #3. That's why we make the most giftable socks, underwear, and T-shirts, and donate one for every one you buy. Bombas.
Back here at the Gateway Center, Skyhawks leading by 1, 12-11 here in the first quarter. Carl Dukes along with John Babel, and the third member of our crew today, Annie Finberg. Annie, what's going on?
Thanks so much, Carl. As you see the three guys behind us, as Coach Gansey calls them, the big three, and Jalen Johnson, Sharif Cooper, and Skylar Mays will be playing in their third game in 3 days. Tomorrow they'll make it 4 as the Atlanta Hawks take on the Oklahoma City Thunder. And I asked Skylar Mays how he felt about today's game. He said he can't complain about getting the extra reps. He did hint at being a little bit tired, but he was just happy to be here. I asked him about Hawks head coach Nate McMillan being in the building. He said no added pressure, no added nerves, but maybe a little motivation for them to go a little bit harder, guys.
Yeah, when the head coach of the big NBA team is in the building, John, you know, you kind of do get a little nervous, don't you?
Yeah, it's like that substitute teacher mentality. When the real teacher walks in, you kind of perk up in the seat. I think players are the same way.
I do too. Hopefully Skylar Mays and all of these guys play well today as Nate McMillan is in the building. Still a 1-point game here with about 6:26 to play, and Jalen Johnson leading the break. He says, you're not going to pick me up. I'm going to take it all the way to the basket. Then he gives it up to Ellison, who flips it up. Kind of a wild shot there, and Delaware with the rebound as Pons looks to push it. And look at Ellison again with the help defense and a block. That time it was on Jaden Springer, who was underneath, and looked like he had a mismatch underneath there. But he gets rejected. No rejection that time as Charlie Brown Jr. takes down the rim.
Get out of the way of that. Charlie was coming with authority. AJ, was a good thing he wasn't there. If he jumped, it would have been bad news. Nice transition offense by Delaware.
I think they call that posterized, don't they? Woo. Yeah. Jalen Johnson in the post. Turnaround jumper on the baseline. He looks over at the bench. He thought he got fouled. No foul called. And there is another easy basket for Braxton Key. And right now, Key's got 6. Check that. Charlie Brown Jr. has 6. Key's got 7 of the 15 for Delaware right now, who have gone up 3 points here in the first quarter.
Yeah, and Key did a nice job defensively, making a play, and then sprinted the floor, was rewarded for his effort. Right now, here we see Charlie right there. He had the momentum. AJ, it's a good thing he didn't foul or jump, because that would have been all over a poster. He, timing was right for AJ on that. Give credit to Charlie. Delaware running the break, capitalizing. Good offense in transition.
A couple of subs coming in, including Jordan Seibert is checked in. Seibert is checked in here, I believe. And also, and we see Cat Barber checking in as well for the Skyhawks. Barber defending right now. Good job keeping the offensive player out of the lane. And there's Key going to the basket again. I thought that was a charge, and it is.
Nice job defensively.
Hamilton.
Feet set. Hamilton takes it, and he's a big guy right down there. Look at that body. Boom. Take it in the chest. Take one for the team right off the bench. That's how you give your team good minutes. Right when you step into the game, manufacturing hopefully some offense on this end from solid defensive possessions.
Well, you love to see the big guy step in there, not always try to block the shot. Just step in there, take the charge. Hamilton did that.
And Hamilton can throw that 7'4" wingspan too, so a guy that can take a charge and block shots. Valuable defensive piece for Coach Gansey.
Ellison misses from the corner. But I love the energy he's been bringing here in the first quarter defensively for the Skyhawks. Challenge ball there by Hamilton. And that ball is tipped out by the Blue Coats. It'll be Skyhawks ball.
Yeah, that was off Key. Key was hustling. He won a national championship at UVA, 18-19 for Coach Bennett. You can see, the hustle, the talent. You can see why they were in the mix that year for a title.
Well, you know what's amazing about that run, John, is the year before, when they get beat early in the NCAA tournament and those guys come back and are able to get to an NCAA title and win it, I thought it was one of the most miraculous things, because a lot of teams wouldn't have recovered for something like that.
Yeah, and it's just, style of play, coaching, philosophy. It's just a system basketball, and that never graduates. You just replace the bodies in college, put talent out there and play to the system, and Tony Bennett's done that at UVA for sure.
Grant Riller with the basket there, one of their two-way players for Delaware. Delaware, the G League team of the 76ers. And Delaware has increased their lead to 5 here, 17-12 with about 3:26 to play here in the first quarter. But I will say this, Coach Gansey's got to like the way his team has come out here in the first quarter. The other night he said they were kind of lifeless, not enough energy.
Yeah, and they're sharing the basketball. 4 or 5 guys in the scoring column already. Movement right there. We see Seibert elevating for 3. One of the best shooters percentage-wise and makes 2 seasons ago here in College Park. They took the season off last year in the bubble, opted out. And Seibert's one of the only pieces remaining from that team, but he can certainly knock down that 3.
That he can. I've seen him get hot, hit 5 or 6 threes in a row. He has that ability. And a steal by Mays. It looks like he's got numbers. And a nice pass to A.J. Lawson for the deuce.
How about Mays with the unselfish play? Very easily could have laid it up. Lawson trucking the lane. High IQ basketball. Skylar Mays giving the dish, the feed, unselfish play. Skyhawks back in it, tied up at the Gateway Center.
At Keeps, we specialize in preventing hair loss, and that's all we do. Our clinically proven treatments work to prevent hair loss so you can enjoy thicker, fuller, healthier hair. Hair loss stops with us. Get started at keeps.com/TV.
Butcher Box. We deliver high-quality meat to your door. What happens next is up to you.
Complete nutrition made simple. Very simple. It's for those of us looking for one thing, with all the best things. 75 vitamins, minerals, and whole food sourced ingredients. One scoop, one glass. Comprehensive and convenient daily nutrition, made for just about everybody. AG1 by Athletic Greens. Welcome to Essentialist Nutrition.
Back live at the Gateway Center, Carl Dukes along with John Babel. John, what are the keys to the game today for the Skyhawks?
You know, we're into it, but throwing the first punch was important. I think we've seen that from College Park Skyhawks. Got off to a better start as opposed to Friday evening. Energy and effort for 48 minutes, especially on the defensive end. They're doing a nice job defending the three, holding Delaware to 38% from the field, which is a big improvement from Friday night. And then offensively, Coach said it before the game, share the ball, play inside out. He wants to see good shot selection.
And they have been doing that. Malik Ellison has 3 blocks already here in the first quarter as Delaware hits a long three-pointer.
And I believe that's
Brownridge, right?
Yeah.
Brownridge hits the 3, but 3 blocks here in the first quarter, and that is a G League record.
That's a record. 3 1/4 is a G League record. Ellison getting in the books, making Dad proud. Nervous Purvis.
Yes, he is.
Ears are burning.
All right, that's Brownridge again. Somebody's got to defend and get a hand up as Jared Brownridge out of Santa Clara hits 2 threes back to back. And all of a sudden, the Bluecoats are up 23-17.
Brownridge was a stud at Santa Clara as a 3-time all-conference player in the WCC.
Fundamental move right there by Johnny Hamilton. Turn around, big fella, good feet, good footwork. Jump hook in the lane, and it's good. And look at the Skyhawks all hustling, rotating to the ball. Lots of long rebounds with these long shots, and they're getting extra opportunities, but none of them fall for the Bluecoats.
Skyhawks got a big lineup in with Hamilton in there with Jalen. They can really make some damage down in the paint.
Well, I like this bigger lineup. The problem is right now, transition buckets and getting back. Jalen Johnson gets back that time, he'll bring it up. But you want your big guys to run up and down and get back for those defending those 3-pointers that the Bluecoats have been hitting here. And Jalen Johnson trying to lead Skylar Mays there, led him out of bounds. Turnover, Skyhawks.
Yeah, just a little miscommunication between Mays and Johnson. They caught eyes. It just wasn't there. It was a force on that play by Jalen.
Well, I tell you what, Brownridge comes in. He's not afraid to shoot, is he?
Oh, not at all. He's gonna get it up.
Charlie Brown Jr. left-hand reverse layup. It rolls off the rim, and here comes Mays. Fouled before the shot. And that's going to be on Brownridge. His first foul of the afternoon, 23-19. 36 seconds left here in the first quarter. As the Skyhawks are looking for their first victory of the season. And that's something else. You know, this is a developmental league, John, but you still want to win.
Absolutely. The coaching staff, Coach Gansey, the entire staff he's assembled here at College Park, and all the players. It is about development. That's the priority. But they're all competitors. They want to win. Every time they suit up, that is the goal. Make no question about that, Carl.
Well, the guys were intent today. Earlier when we saw a bunch of the guys, they were adamant about picking up a W and getting things going today. Mays looking for a pick by Hamilton. Nothing's there. He goes to the basket, kicks it to the corner for 3. Long rebound, and the Bluecoats come away with it. And nobody back. Shamari Pons for the easy deuce.
And that just can't happen. No rotation back. That's the easy 2. That's been the Achilles heel. You know, you lose by 4, 6, 8 points. it's plays like that you've got to cover up. You got to get better with those.
Was that a snowbird situation there, though?
Hey, man, it might have been.
I mean, I didn't see anybody back there playing defense. He was back there just wanting the easy bucket.
Yeah, and that's how you used to play, right?
No doubt. No D, just easy baskets. Hey, I'm open. That's a foul right there on Jalen Johnson. He will go to the line. This is an area he's got to get better at.
Yeah, he left 6 points at the line yesterday. Coach Gansey said his homework was to, get 100 free throws in on Saturday. You miss one in this league, it's 2 points. You string 3 of those together, that's 6 points.
And there's another opportunity missed right there, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Delaware up 25-19 here in College Park. NBA G League action continues. Atlanta Hawks head basketball coach taking in the action this afternoon. Last night, another big win for the Atlanta Hawks. They have come home, John, and handled business. Let's head over to Annie and find out what she knows. Annie?
Thanks so much, Carl. Yeah, I listened in on that huddle, and who was the most vocal out of all the players? Malik Ellison. He was saying they needed to get the energy up. He was cheering on his teammates. So, as you guys mentioned earlier, Coach Gansey rewarding him with that position in the starting lineup, and he continues throughout the game to add that energy and add that leadership. Guys.
Thank you, Annie. Malik Ellison has put his mark on this game here early on. You talked about the 3 blocks, John, in the first quarter, a G League record, and then just his hustle plays. Sometimes you can't replace that kind of, you can't make up for that kind of stuff when a guy comes on the floor, and he may not be scoring as much, but it's the other things.
Absolutely, and Malik's a guy, he's still playing for his dream. He's not on a 2-way contract. He's not on assignment from the league, but he's competing. He's trying to play to get to the next level, and he's a self-starter, and those are the kind of guys that win.
Hamilton with the block out of bounds. 12 seconds on the shot clock for the Bluecoats. Key will take the 3 and miss it. Rebound, Jalen Johnson. And Johnson now has 5 boards already in this game. Sharif Cooper checking back into the game. And Cooper and Johnson and Mays, all these guys are with the Hawks just last night.
Yeah, it's a tough stretch. There you see Hamilton, again, the size advantage right now. When Jalen and Hamilton are both out there, that's a tough matchup for Delaware. Coach Gansey going right at the mismatch.
Sharif Cooper wanted to travel. He thought Shamari Pons lost it and then got it back. Should have been a call, but there was no call. Skyhawks with the ball now. And Johnson at the top looking for somebody to come get it, and there's Sharif Cooper.
And Springer with that miss, 0 of 4 today. He was, he went for 22 on Friday night. So Skyhawks addressing that issue. But Charlie Brown, got to find him in transition. Man, he can run the lanes.
He can. He's got 8 already. But Mays wasting no time. Coming out on the other end. Big time two-handed flush by Jalen Johnson. That's one thing he can do. He can get up around the rim, can he?
Oh, man. He can run the floor. He's athletic. You can see why he was drafted where he was. He just has such a high ceiling in terms of where his game can go.
Much better defensive effort here this afternoon than Friday night. The hustle's been better. The energy's been better. And that's why the Skyhawks are only trailing by 5. With the Hamilton follow-up, they're only trailing by 2.
Yeah, and that's a good sign. The Skyhawks had a -8 advantage on the boards in the first quarter, but definitely it's been a point of emphasis here early on in the second quarter.
Well, Lawson just got up on the glass there. That was a clean block. Skyhawks were not able to come up with the loose ball. And Delaware scores. But the ball movement, everything Coach Gansey was talking about with us today, seems to be flowing a lot better as Johnson makes a move to the basket. Follows up, gets his rebound, and puts it back in.
And that's what Gansey said. Coach Gansey said Jalen has the advantage, use his size, bully the opponent, and you saw that there. Even on the miss, he's so big and strong that he's going to get to that ball, get the second chance opportunity.
Steal, somebody got a hand on it. Here comes Sharif Cooper. Hamilton. Just a little bit too much for Lawson.
There we see right there, Skylar Mays with the left-hand wrap pass, and Jalen, there's a guy that can finish it over the rim.
Well, that's what you want to see from your bigs, right? When they get the ball down there, no laying it up. You want to see them finish with authority, and that's what Johnson did right there. 6 points, 3 of 8 shooting for Jalen Johnson so far on this afternoon.
And Skylar, a great job collapsing the defense, wrapping it with the left. Great court vision by Skylar Mays on that play.
Springer over to Pons. Nice rotation by the Skyhawks in the corner for a three as Jalen Johnson got out there just a tad bit short, and Aaron Henry, one of their two-way players out of Michigan State, hits the long three.
Oh, he's an Izzo guy. He's going to compete. He can make shots. Michigan State Spartan products, always tough guys.
Pons with the foul on Mays, and Mays will go to the line again. Make one, counts as two, all the way up until the end of the game, the last 2 minutes of the game, where you have to shoot both. If you make one, you get another. But up until that point, one counts as two.
And this is the guy you want at the line. Perfect on the season. He's 9 of 9 from the free throw stripe coming in. Skylar Mays.
And he'll take those two. 32-29, 8:45 to play here in the second quarter. At the Gateway Center. A quick shot by Pons and a rebound by Johnson. And Johnson is just owning the glass right now. He's got 8 rebounds already. But that's not what you want, is another turnover there.
Yeah, that's the focus Coach Gansey spoke about, is, focus, being dialed in. You get a great defensive stop, secure the rebound. You're doing the job on that end. You can't come down and just give it away like that. Unforced turnover. Those are the types of plays through 3 games that Coach Gansey has been preaching and working on with this team, is, getting rid of those unforced errors.
Well, every possession, John, counts, right? We talk about it all the time. These possessions early, it doesn't look like it, but then when you get late in the game and you start looking at the turnovers and you've turned it over 5 or 6 possessions, that's the stuff that comes back to bite you.
Oh, yes, and Coach, that's what keeps you up at night. Like, man, we did everything. The percentages aren't bad, and, you just come back to 1 or 2 plays, and that's really what makes or breaks you at this level. Attention to detail.
4 seconds on the shot clock here. Skyhawks need to defend. They only have time to pull up a quick shot. There's Pons for 3. It's short. Long rebound, and Delaware comes back up with the ball. Springer at the top of the key now working. Looks to the left corner. Another long 3, and that one's long. Johnson with another board. He's going to have 10 rebounds here in just a second. He's already got 9.
No, he's on an all-Windex team tonight, for sure. Today, for sure. He's getting every board. Everything off the glass is cleaned up by Jalen.
Jalen came down. He lost the pass attempt, which started the fast break for the Bluecoats. And you saw the pardon the pun, the spring by Springer. Look at this. He's about to jam this with 2 hands as Lawson runs by and gets a little bit of the elbow. So he'll be at the line shooting. 1 for 2. But Jaden Springer was looking to dunk that one.
Oh, yeah, Lawson, credit him. He made a play on it. Got to earn it. Springer knocks it down, but those were earned too. Lawson wasn't going to give that just up in transition.
34-29. Bluecoats, they've hit both of their free throws, and Coach Gansey wants to talk to his team as he takes the timeout here with 7:44 to play. 34-29 our score at the Gateway Center as NBA G League action continues.
'Twas the holiday season and joy filled the town, except for Scrooge, with his perma-frown. The gift of a Peloton bike did touch his soul. Riding fast, flowing proud, getting hella swole.
You can do it! I'm doing it!
Was Scrooge a new man? Yeah! Oh, without doubt. When your workout's a joy, it's a joy to work out.
Let's go! For the go-to people in life, there's Go-To Bank, the ultimate banking app with no monthly fees with direct deposit. Your go-to for security, your go-to for value with a free ATM network and 10 times the national average on your savings. Get paid up to 2 days early and unlock overdraft protection. Open an account at gotobank.com with no minimum balance required. Go-To Bank, it's mobile banking at its best.
Gibbs has given me the control of my hair back.
Seeing the progress was awesome. Seeing my hair grow back so quick. I feel great. I feel confident. I feel very happy about my journey so far with Keeps and where it's going in the future.
Get started at keeps.com/TV.
34-29 our score here as the Delaware Bluecoats lead the College Park Skyhawks by 5 points Become a Skyhawks season ticket member. Sign up today at cpskyhawks.com and make sure you come out and check out this amazing product. A lot of folks out here on a beautiful Sunday afternoon hanging out, watching some great G League basketball and seeing the future stars of the NBA.
And absolutely. The value for, I mean, this is great basketball on any given game in this G League. You're going to see 8 to 10 players with NBA experience sit close to the court, catch the action, watch the dancers, the mascot, Collie Hawk in town. See the, the celebs, 2 Chainz, Mr. 2 Chainz, one of the owners of the Skyhawks, always supporting the hometown team. It's just a great place to bring your family, especially on a Sunday afternoon.
Justin Tillman checks in. He picks up a nice rebound and putback and gets on the board as the Skyhawks cut the lead to 3, 34-31. And there's Pons on the baseline. Shamari Pons now with his 8th point of the afternoon.
He's a New York City product, had great college career at St. John's. All Big East player.
And you hear Sharife Cooper screaming, hey, where's the foul?
He earned it. He was like, whoa, where is it? It's late. And he got it.
He did get it. He's on my arm.
Sold it.
Cooper will go to the line. Again, shooting 1 for 2. He's got 4 points on the afternoon here. One of the big stories already, though, is Jalen Johnson with 9 rebounds. 7 defensive boards.
Yeah, and that's playing close to home. Even if he's pulled out defensively, having the mindset to get in there and clean it up. A Skyhawks team really needs him active on the boards. He's doing the job so far.
That's good defense right there by Jalen Johnson, the Hawks' #1 pick, 20th overall pick last year in the NBA draft. Moving his feet, something a lot of big guys have to adjust to in the NBA. Especially when you play a lot of zone in college and then you get in the league and you have to play one-on-one or help defense. Ball's tipped out. That'll be Skyhawks ball.
Absolutely. Like you said, the difference between the college game and the pro game, a lot of these sets will be 4 out, 1 in, sometimes 5 out. So bigs are forced to play defense in a man-to-man situation away from the basket. And then they got to have the mindset to attack the glass. Whereas in college, you sit in the back of a zone or you just, you stay in the paint on defense and a man sagging in. It's just a different game, and that's an adjustment for these young players.
Cooper showing his range with the 3-pointer. He's got 7. And here come the Skyhawks on the break as Ellison looks to find Lawson on the baseline. He kicks it back out. Jalen Johnson with it now and over to Cooper. He hit his last one. I think he's looking to get it. Wanting to pull up. I think that hit off his foot. 8 seconds on the shot clock. He's got to do something with it. And he did, but left it short there on the front of the rim.
Looks like Ellison contesting, took some body. A blocking foul, so 1 shot for 2 points here. We'll see it again. Delaware getting out on the break. Definitely Ellison hit him with the chest.
Fouls on Lawson, though, they say. And that's going to be his 2nd.
And Lawson must have been the first culprit.
Yeah.
I saw the 2nd contact.
With Ellison, that's what I saw. Tillman checks out of the game.
Lawson being a good teammate, taking a foul on the books for his team.
Give me that one.
I mean, said Ellison's cleaning up the boards.
Yeah. Cumberland at the line shooting. He knocks it down 1 for 2. 38-34, 4-point lead. The good news is no double-digit leads here. It's been 6, it's been 5, it's been 4, as the Skyhawks have been right here hanging tough. But it'd be nice for them to go on a run and take this lead before the half. 5:30 to play before the end of the first half. And Johnson tried to use his left hand there on the post move and just wasn't able to get enough of it. And there's Charlie Brown Jr. on the other end, converting another bucket for his 10th point of the afternoon.
Cumberland on that last possession did a nice job defending Jalen. Didn't give up any space. Jalen was forced into a tough left-hand shot going away from the basket. Delaware capitalized in a quick defense-offensive transition.
Sharife Cooper on the baseline, reverse layup, and it's good.
Yeah, I'd look for him in some ISO situations off the bounce. He can really create. He's got a mismatch on that end. Cooper can get by most players off the bounce.
Long rebound, and Cooper with the ball in the middle of the floor. And there he goes again, blow by. You just talked about it, no foul call, but Lawson with the putback, and Cooper's still down.
Yeah, they might have to blow the whistle here.
Did he hurt his ankle?
He hit the ankle, and then I believe the back of his head hit the ground as well. Maybe we'll have another chance to take a look at it. Hope he's okay.
So the blow by, he gets to the basket. Oh, yeah, he just kind of lost his balance, and I'm not sure what the deal is with his leg here.
Yeah, it might be good if we don't see it. Oh, yeah. All the weight, you know, he's breaking that fall at just an awkward angle in which he fell. He was trying to absorb contact, going back against the defense, but it's a good sign. They're tying him up tight. He's a competitor.
No doubt. I mean, we know those things can be painful, especially if it's a high ankle, whatever the situation may be, and we're just speculating there as the trainers attend to Sharife Cooper from Atlanta, went to McEachern High School, went to Auburn, and was drafted by the Hawks. You see his ability at 6'1". John, you talked about it, whether it's creating for his teammates or creating for himself. He's got all the tools, but it's just about getting better, more reps, and understanding. But you know, when you watch this young man, he's going to be special.
Oh, absolutely. And you just see probably his greatest quality right now is his ability to create for others. He makes his teammates better. He had 13 assists on Friday night. But right there, you see just came down awkward. Charlie made a clean play on it. And he's definitely in pain. There was some damage done on that break when he broke the fall.
So he's trying to make sure that he can go. I'm sure it is bothering him, and we'll see how that affects his playing time moving forward, whether or not he gets back into the flow of the game or Coach Gansey takes makes a decision not to maybe put him back in for as many minutes today. We'll see how this goes. Skyhawks down 2, 40-38, and we'll see if Annie can find out anything about this situation for us. Our sideline reporter, Annie Finberg, and see if she can listen in and maybe find out what's going on over there with Sharife Cooper.
And Carl, it's a next man up league. I mean, that's what this is all about. Injuries are going to happen. You see Cat Barber inserted into the lineup. He has a 13-2 assist-to-turnover ratio on the season. That's top 5 in the G League, in the entire G League. So the ability to go to a guy like Cat that has great experience, has played some NBA games, has been around the G League, he can spell Sharife off the bench for Coach Gansey.
Bluecoats ball, 4:17 to play here in the second quarter as they rotate the ball outside the three-point line. Long three missed, but a putback. And there he is again around the glass. Grant Riller, the two-way player, again out of College of Charleston.
When you say Charleston, it just makes me hungry, man. You been to that city? I just want to eat every time I go there.
It's a great city. Great food city. Scenic too, you know. I mean, it's got the old structures, the architecture. It's a very cool city.
Oh man, my old college coach Bobby Cremens, the great coach at Georgia Tech. That's where he finished out his career. Had some 20-win seasons there. Tremendous human being, tremendous coach. But I can see why he went to Charleston to close out his career.
No doubt. I mean, I tell you what. Last time we were down there, I wanted to eat at every spot I stopped at. Every spot.
My wife's from Charleston, so I found some food there.
I was going to say,
wife.
Yeah, it's been a good city for you.
Yeah, it's been good to me, so maybe I have to get back there soon.
Ellison hits the free throw. Skyhawks down 2. One counts his 2 free throws, 42-40, 3:37 to play, and another long shot by Charlie Brown Jr., and another board. This makes it 10 for Jalen Johnson.
Delaware now 4 of 17 from beyond the arc. So Skyhawks doing a nice job contesting shots.
Well, one of the things, and there's a turnover, Cat Barber's going to get fouled in the backcourt by Charlie Brown Jr. Let's go over to Annie Finberg, trying to find out a little bit more on what's going on with this injury with Sharife Cooper. Annie? All right, we'll go back over to Annie here in just a minute. And by the way, it's the 11th time this season a player has had 10 10-plus rebounds, and Jalen Johnson has done that today. It's the second time he's done that this season.
10 first-half rebounds. Woo. He's cleaning up. And we still got a little time. We're just under 3 minutes to go.
Is this going to be a 20-rebound kind of game for Jalen Johnson? Potentially?
If he has the minutes, he's certainly a guy that's going to be banging on the door 20 at the end of this one.
Years ago, I was always amazed as there's a floater in the lane. Aaron Henry. And that puts him up 44-42. I was always amazed at how Dennis Rodman, all these great rebounders that have played in the league, would just say, hey, I'm going to go out and get 20 boards, and they do it. They just go out and get 15, 20 boards any night that they wanted to.
And it's a mindset for sure, and Rodman, no one better than him. I mean, he's got grace to go with it. Ellison with the finish.
Malik is putting his mark on this first half.
Yeah, 13 minutes of play. That's now 6 points, 6 rebounds. He's got 3 offensive boards. Solid production again from Ellison.
And it was a tie score, but just like that, they go back up 2. Reverse layup by Shamari Pons. Wow! With the finger roll.
And he was hanging with the right hand, the dip below the chin, across the body. And you said it, the Iceman, George Gervin-like on that one.
Really did look like that. Left hand layup, beautiful play by Malik Ellison. And they go down low to Johnson. He's just too big down there. You can't defend him when he's that low.
Yeah. All day. If he gets that position, lights out. You might as well just mark it in the scorebook.
The athleticism for Johnson is just off the charts. And Charlie Brown Jr. hanging on the rim a little bit there for emphasis.
Charlie said, what about me? What about my athleticism? Come on, Carl, give me some love.
And Mays wastes no time on the other end, says, whatever, Charlie, I'm going to take my 2.
Charlie's like, I was a Skyhawk once. You could show a little bit of love, Carl.
You don't remember me? Oh, I remember you. Skyhawks up. No, they're not. It's a tie ball game at 44 seconds to play here. Let's see if they go 2 for 1 here.
Yeah, been trading buckets, Skyler with the left. Fell down hard on that one.
Yeah, no foul called, and he's still down. And, well, it looks like Cooper's all right. He's going out to help his teammate up. Sharif Cooper off the bench there, so it looks like he hopefully is going to be okay. Mays making his way back down the court. 32 seconds left, 24 seconds on the shot clock for Delaware in a tie ball game at 50 apiece. Trying to go into the half on a positive note. And Pons behind the back gives it up to Springer. Springer tries to go to the basket, fades away in the lane. It's short. Rebound Skyhawks. They've got 15 seconds. And there is a turnover. Lawson tried to push it just too far in the lane. Too many defenders in there, and they'll get the last look. That's going to be a goaltend. Another bucket for Charlie Brown Jr. He's got 16, I believe, now on the afternoon. And here is Pons to Brown. There's the ball. It hits the backboard. John, it's just that once it hits the board, it's no good.
What a pass by Pons on that. I mean, that was a heck of a find on that play, the wrap pass. But down 2, much better first half. So Skyhawks can go into the half on a positive.
Back here at the Gateway Center Arena, 2-point lead for the Delaware Bluecoats over the College Park Skyhawks in NBA G League action. Kids are here having fun on a Sunday afternoon. Skyhawks looking for their first victory. And John, we really haven't talked about the officials today. I want to give them a shout out. Jenna Renault, Pat O'Connell, and Jeff Wooten. We really haven't had a chance to talk about them. Well, they've been letting these guys play for the most part.
Oh yeah, it was a clean first half. I thought it was officiated equally on both sides and consistent, and that's what you'd want from a 3-person official crew, is just consistency throughout the half.
Almost a turnover as we start the second half here. 6 first half blocks for the College Park Skyhawks. They had 6 first-half blocks all season. So, pretty impressive defensive effort so far by the Skyhawks.
Yeah, looking at a guy right there in the paint. Ellison is a big part of that. Real active in the first half on the defensive side of the ball.
Starting lineups back out there, kind of a matchup zone for the Skyhawks. Jalen Johnson with the rebound, and look who's back out on the floor, Sharif Cooper.
Good to see him back. He went down hard. Those tuning in late, he went down hard on a drive late in the first half. Wasn't sure if he was going to be able to continue, but he's looking good out there.
Yeah, he's got bounce. Looks like he's got flexibility. Hopefully he'll be all right for the rest of the game. And there is a shot clock violation as Johnson got caught with the ball. Wasn't sure where he wanted to go. Wanted to hit one of the cutters there, but when you get double teamed, your sight lines get cut down, and he wasn't sure, and a 24-second shot clock violation.
Yeah, and first offensive possession of the second half. You would hope for something a little bit better, but it's a long game. This is a game of runs. It's who can have maturity, who can hang in there and keep fighting.
This guy has been fighting all first half. Charlie Brown Jr., almost a turnover there as Cooper got his hands on it. And there's some contact, no call underneath the basket. Pons with the rebound, Brown with a long 3, and it's good.
17 points for Charlie. Go with his 9 rebounds. And again, he was a member of the Skyhawks 2 seasons ago. So familiar grounds here, and he's showing it.
Yeah, I think he went to his favorite place to eat last night or something.
He did something right. And Friday night, he didn't have a bad night either at the office. He was a tough guy to stop on Friday. Skyhawks getting another dose of Charlie Brown on Sunday afternoon at Gateway Center Arena.
Bluecoats up 5. Here's Cooper with 6 seconds on the shot clock. He's going to have to do something with it. Not a bad shot, but this shot clock, that's twice, 2 possessions. It's run down on you, and you've not gotten good looks at the basket. Brown for another 3? This one's no good.
That's what Coach Gansey talked about. You know, he used the word sticking. The ball was sticking, and that's what we've seen the first 2 possessions for the Skyhawks. Not a lot of ball movement, not a lot of player movement, and so they got to get back into that. The fundamentals, swing the ball, move the D. Now you've got a late shot clock situation with Ellison in a one-on-one.
He's going all the way to the rack, and he gets stripped. 3 possessions, nothing working. And Coach Gansey wants to talk about it with his team as the Bluecoats have gone up 7 out of the half here with 9:35 to play. Skyhawks are going to talk about it.
This Black Friday, do you want a TV? Or do you want the place on the TV?
Socks are the #1 most requested item in homeless shelters. Underwear is #2. And t-shirts are #3. That's why we make incredibly comfortable socks, underwear, and t-shirts. And we donate one for every one you buy.
Cover it up. That's what I did when I started losing my hair. Now I use Keeps, the easiest way for me to keep my hair. Keeps sends me clinically proven treatments that can't stop my hair loss, which means no more covering up. Go to Keeps.com to learn more.
Imagine having the elite performance of Goodyear, now on your Skechers. Enhance your traction, durability, and stability with Skechers, featuring the top-tier performance of premium Goodyear rubber. Get all-season performance with Goodyear and Skechers.
7-point lead for the Delaware Bluecoats. They won on Friday night. Carl Dukes along with John Babel here at the Gateway Center Arena. Coming out of the half, you kind of hurt yourself if you're the Skyhawks. 3 bad possessions and you don't get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, if you're the Skyhawks, I mean, you want to have amnesia for the first 3 possessions. Like, just totally, short circuit, forget about that. A lot of second half left.
Let's go over to Annie Finberg and find out what's going on with Annie. Annie?
Yeah, thanks so much, guys. In that last huddle, Coach Gansey was saying, we're this close. We are this close to getting back in this. We have to keep playing together, and we have to get those rebounds. It is worth it to note that Sharif Cooper did sit, and he looks to be in some pain, so we'll try to get an update there. But Gansey said they're in this one still, and they got to keep fighting, guys.
Thank you, Annie, and he's right. You got to keep fighting. Hamilton did a great job right there, fending off his defender and allowing his body to get in the way of Mays' defender. As Mays cut to the basket, he gets fouled, and now he's got an opportunity to pick up a bucket here. Basically, one free throw for two shots. Two shots. One shot counts as 2 points, should I say? And Mays has been great at the line so far, and he continues to be great.
Perfect on the season, and Coach Gansey drew up a nice one out of the dead ball situation when the Skyhawks needed one. Nice execution.
And I know that drives coaches nuts as the Skyhawks are down 5, coming out of a timeout, and you draw up a good play and you're not able to run it, but not enough defense there, as I believe that was Key. Braxton Key with the bucket. Free throw line extended jump shot. 59-52 our score. Mays in the lane, turning, contact, no call, loose ball, and there are the Blue Coats with it again. And look who went up for the dunk was Charlie Brown Jr. He gets fouled right there as Ellison was going for the block. 2 high flyers.
Ellison and Charlie checking at the free throw line with each other. Good sportsmanship. That was clean. Ellison making a nice play in transition, going at the ball. And Charlie, of course, the competitor he is, going right at the rim. That's what he does.
No doubt. He's not injured. He's going to be okay, and he's going to get a chance to shoot here. But the referees are going to take a look at this and see if this was
a good, clean play by 2 competitors going hard. Certainly, that's what it looked like from here.
So Jenna Renaud, should I say, is taking a look at the replay. Here's Charlie Brown on the break. I think he's going for the ball there. That's just a good hard foul in my opinion.
Oh yeah, I mean there's no
malice.
There's almost verticality. Goes at the hand.
Yeah, nothing across the face or anything of that nature. But the officials have to take a look at it. They'll make a decision on this as they're taking a look at it right now. 59-52 our score here, as the Skyhawks are trying to fight back and get into the second half. They've gotten off to a slow start. Only 2 points here with 8:47 to play here in the third quarter. And the first 4 minutes have not gone their way. So they've got to find a way to create some more easy baskets as the officials continue to look at this replay. And John, I know in your playing time, you've been fouled hard. You know what that feels like.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's and when you're going fast, these guys are 6'7", 220, 230. I mean, when you bang, it's not going to look pretty. And we're not the most graceful people in the world up there. I mean, there's some graceful ball players, but most guys that size are, when they're going full speed, there's no slowing down.
So we've been talking about Jalen Johnson and his rebounding this afternoon. 12 rebounds, 10 defensive, 2 offensive. The 12 rebounds ties him for a team high for the season, which was also Jalen Johnson. So he's tying himself this afternoon, and he is cleaning up on the glass. And I missed the call there. Is that just going to be It is. So that's just a common foul. Charlie Brown will go to the line. He'll shoot 1 for 2. Good job by the officials there, though. They've got to make sure and check what the circumstances are there, but just a hard foul by Ellison. And Brown hits 1, which counts as 2, 61-52. I think this is the largest lead for the Blue Coats of the afternoon. It's been 6, it's been 5, but this is the largest lead of the day. No call as Mays gets to the basket, and now Mays has 14 on the afternoon. Just a two for Pons.
Pons is a guy that he can get hot. I mean, he's got that lefty stroke. There was a number of games in college at St. John's where he was a 40-plus point guy. He has potential to really heat it up.
Tip pass. And Hamilton somehow came down with it. And this is Skylar Mays in the lane, John. I mean, there was contact there, but no call, but he was able to still get it up and in.
And young basketball players, they're watching high school basketball players, middle schoolers, the change of pace, the change of direction. Skylar's not as quick as a Sharif, but the ability to stall the defense out, hesitate, and then explode, I mean, that's where he's really good. He's just got a high IQ and knows how to get the best out of his ability.
Well, he's a 4-year player, right, at LSU. I mean, he played a lot of college basketball.
Absolutely, and you know, he can do it on both ends too. He's great anticipating and passing lanes defensively. He's got good size for a guard at 6'4".
Oh, he lost his footing there, slips. He's on the floor, and they're going to tie it up, and now they're going to steal it. And they've got a 3-on-2 situation. Here come the Blue Coats. Charlie Brown short on the three-pointer. Jalen Johnson trying to bring it up, and Brown's trying to tee him up full court. And they're going to call a foul in the lane. I think that
it's going to be Cumberland off the ball.
Okay, so he was trying to defend Hamilton there. Maybe some pushing going on. Referees got wind of it.
Pat O'Connell, official said knock it off the ball.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what was going on over there. But
well, Cumberland put his hands in his chest, and Hamilton threw his hands off of him, and then he gets called for the foul. So 8 seconds on the clock. And Cat Barber gets all the way to the bucket.
Slippery on the baseline. Just, you see that? Just slip and slide right by the defender. Scoop shot, Cat Barber.
But they leave Charlie Brown wide open for a three. He misses it, but a long rebound allows him to get another shot at it. 9 seconds on the shot clock for the Blue Coats. And there's Hamilton with the block, who says, get it out of here. But the ball seemingly ends up in Cumberland's hands, and he hits the three.
He might as well just blocked it, gave it with the seams, man. I was like, just bad luck for the Skyhawks. I mean, we hit the shooter, right? Step in, and a great defensive play, but just unfortunate for.
Yeah. Here's Mays. This clock continues to run down. Hamilton in the lane. And he misses a 15-footer. Ball's just not going in the hoop right now for the Skyhawks.
Seams, man. I played with, Drew Barry at Georgia Tech. Used to work out in the summer, and I was doing a workout with him one time. I was just passing the ball, and he's playing in the NBA at the time, and he says, give it to me with the seams, man. And I'm like, what? He's like, the seams. And he goes, that's why I was one of the best assist guys ever in the ACC. And I said, ever since that day, I said, all right, I'll pass with the seams.
Yeah, I got you.
Makes a difference.
Hamilton with the putback. 66-58. Call in the lane as Pons goes up. Yeah, you got to give it to guys how they want it.
Don't, in this game, there's this game, split seconds. So if you get the ball, you don't have to just get the foul through rotation on the ball, the backspin. You need the seams. That's what I learned. About 18, 19 years old. Give it to me with the seams, John.
Stayed with you.
Stuck, man. I'm traumatized by it.
And we've got a substitution here, as Seibert will come in for A.J. Lawson for the Skyhawks. So it's Lawson, Johnson, Mays, Barber, and now Seibert. And we have not seen, by the way, we've seen limited minutes, but we've not really seen as much as Sharif Cooper as we did in the first half, John.
Yeah, he's got to be hurt, and you got to be cautious with a guy like that. Hamilton took the contact. Coach Gansey not happy. Wanted the N1 situation.
Should have got
Big
it.
Basket, though. Skyhawks needed one on that possession. Down 10. They're now down 8.
Should have got the N1. This is where they're going to have to clamp down on the defensive end. All of these long rebounds, second chance opportunities for the Blue Coats. And now they've got 5 seconds on the shot clock. Pons for three. It's short.
Well, we heard from Coach McMillan, and he said, you got to string together stops. At halftime, he said, you got to get stops.
And Mays loses the ball. Pons dunks it, and there's a delay of game call on the Bluecoats as once the dunk went through, you got to let that ball go. And sometimes you're feeling yourself, you want to put your hands back on the ball, let it go, and so they get a delay call there. But they are up 10, 70-60 with 4:58 to play in the third quarter. And now the Skyhawks find themselves trying to chip away at a 10-point lead.
Skyhawks, 2 of 11 from beyond the arc. So that's where, you miss a guy like Sharif, he's got some firepower from back there, but 2 of 11's not cutting it.
Well, nobody's really heated up. Seibert's in the game. No one's really got it going from beyond the arc. As Mays makes a move to the bucket, he gets hacked. It'll be Skyhawks ball underneath, but they will only have 4 seconds on the shot clock to get another shot off. And this has kind of been their nemesis this third quarter, John. How many possessions have we talked about with the shot clock running down and really not getting a good look, or guys just throwing up shots here at the end of the shot clock?
Yeah, and it's about execution. Focus is the word that Coach Gamze used before the game. We've got to work on our focus. He didn't really get into much other than that. He said, are you going to be focused when I put you in? And that means all facets of the game.
Mays comes out. Ellison checks back in for the Skyhawks. And there's Sharif on the bench. So it looks like, if you ask me, I don't know if he's going to be done for the afternoon or not. Maybe we see a few more minutes, maybe not, but certainly missing his firepower out there right now. Cumberland, step back on the baseline. It's off. Rebound, Jalen Johnson for his 15th rebound. Check that, 16th rebound of the afternoon.
And that's where the ball sticks at the top of the key. Jalen was surveying, and the result was a turnover.
Well, it looked like he wanted to maybe make a move there one-on-one and then lost the handle. But usually when big guys do that and those guards are out there in the passing lanes, that turns into a fast break opportunity like it did there for the Bluecoats. Tillman's going to check in for Hamilton. Hamilton's given him really good minutes this afternoon.
Yes, he is. And as you know from being here Friday night, calling the game, Skyhawks were down 27, cut it to 3. This is a league where 10-point differentiation, 12 points, that can evaporate in a few minutes. And so Skyhawks really just need to start stringing together stops.
So Cat Barber will try to get something going offensively. Here comes Ellison off the pick. He'll bring it back out over to Barber. Barber looking to create. And now here we are again, 5, 4, 3, 2. 1 second on the shot clock. They do get the shot off, but Johnson's shot comes off the back rim. And you got to give the Bluecoats credit. They are playing really good defense.
They've really clamped down in the half court and now making shots on the other end. Defense converting offensively on the other end. So they're turning solid defensive efforts into high percentage offense. A guy like Riller's a two-way guy, very talented player, knocks it down, and Skyhawks need to look to turn the tide, reverse the fortune.
Riller will take one. It'll count as one because the shot went. And now it's a 15-point lead, 75-60. And the Skyhawks have some work to do. We're coming back to the Gateway Center Arena here with NBA G League action.
Another crown?
Just have a water this round, please.
Take a water break and moderate your drinking on game day.
75 vitamins, minerals, and whole food sourced ingredients. 1 scoop, 1 glass. Comprehensive and convenient daily nutrition made for just about everybody. AG1 by Athletic Greens.
There's never been a hotter time to sell your home. But when it comes time to get the best value, where do you start? That's where HomeLight comes in. HomeLight is the essential real estate platform used by countless sellers every year. HomeLight is here to help you at every step of your real estate journey, learning how to sell your home, finding a top listing agent, and ensuring a simple and certain closing. And best of all, HomeLight is completely free to use. Learn more today at HomeLight.com.
At Jiffy Lube, it's our job to make car care make sense. With personalized service reviews that swap the car talk for straight talk, so you know what your car is telling you and what to do about it. Putting you in the driver's seat of car care, that's a job for Jiffy.
75-60 our score. 3:32 to play in the third quarter. Skyhawks down, and we need to find out the latest on Sharif Cooper, who went down in the second quarter. Let's head over to Annie Finberg.
Yeah, thanks so much, Carl. Unfortunately, Sharif has been ruled out for the remainder of the game with that left ankle injury. They don't have a prognosis on it yet. They will look at it after the game, but you see him sitting courtside with that ice on his left ankle. He seems to be favoring it quite a bit, so we hope for some positive news there, but he will be out for the remainder of the game.
Thank you, Annie. Not good news for the Skyhawks. Certainly, when you talk about the Hawks, he's been getting a lot of run, able to go up. Just last night was with the big team, you know, and has seen his fair share of NBA games already. Not a lot of playing time, but that experience in the NBA. And let's hope this injury doesn't keep him out for a lengthy period of time.
Absolutely, and the ability to play behind a guy like Trae Young and watch and learn and mature at that pace, just the cerebral part of that. Think about that. If you're Sharif and you can sit and study Trae Young, that's going to help elevate your process and speed it up.
And finally a three-pointer, and it was Jalen Johnson from the top of the key that hits it. You were just talking about the Skyhawks shooting percentage from beyond the arc, and boy, they needed that. 3-point field goals, just 3 of 12 for the Skyhawks.
Yeah, and you can look at that, you know, it's 25%. There's discipline where they're not just chucking up threes, which Coach Gansey said they wanted to play inside out. They wanted to go attack the basket. But turnovers in the second half, a little bit sloppier. Now up to 14 turnovers on the game. So that's an area that just got to clean it up.
Aaron Henry misses the free throw. Would have counted as 2. 75-63, and that is the first miss at the free throw line all night for the Bluecoats.
Cat Barber had a little over penetration on that play, had nowhere to go with it. Got it on the rim.
Rebound, guess who? Jalen Johnson.
It feels a little quiet in here, a little stale, not a lot of energy.
Yeah.
You know, Skyhawks need someone to step up.
To get going.
You know, they talked about DeQuan, who's out with the knee injury. He was kind of the silent leader. You know, you look out on that court, who can step up? There's, you know, Johnson's obviously a young rookie, but the other 4, who's gonna play that role?
It's a great question. Earlier in the game, I'd asked you, are we looking at a 20-rebound kind of day? Well, Johnson's got 17. Total rebounds, 14 defensive. He is owning the glass. Unfortunately, that's not turning into points. And there's a follow-up. Justin Tillman out of VCU following up there for a bucket. 75-65, 10-point lead for the Bluecoats with 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter.
And Tillman had 8 points off the bench on Friday. He was 4 or 5 from the floor, so he's a guy that can certainly have an impact on the game from a bench scoring perspective for the Skyhawks team.
The one thing I do think the Skyhawks are doing a better job at today than they did on Friday night is the help defense. They are rotating a lot better. It seemed like on Friday night, the rotations were not there, and the Bluecoats are getting a lot more open shots. Today, the rotations are there, and it seems like they're getting there. But unfortunately, the offensive end is not working for the Skyhawks right now.
Yeah, and I'd agree with that. I mean, being close to the court, you can hear talk, you can see body language pointing. That's a sign of a good defensive team. If you can hear them and see them, and they're pointing and they're active, those are 2 qualities of good defensive teams. I've seen that out of the Skyhawks today.
That's Springer with the 2-hand jam off the steal and takes the lead up to 79-65. Cat Barber right back at him with the 2.
Where the Skyhawks may have been hurt today has been on a turnover or an over-penetration with a poor rotation back or some careless fouls, but collectively, much better defensive effort.
And there's a charge. That charge is going to be Riller, and he just goes right into Tillman, uses the forearm. Tillman in great position.
Get that guy some pads on Sunday. Gee, I mean, where was he going?
He had nowhere to go.
Put the head down.
Nowhere to go. I mean, it is an NFL Sunday, but he had nowhere to go.
Yeah. Riller's a good player, but I was just kidding with him. But he could play on Sundays with that attack.
No doubt.
He hit the gap.
He put his head down.
Hand the ball off to Riller.
Foul before the shot. And that is going to be on Riller right there. They say he hit Cat Barber in the head.
So one thing for Cat, he's gonna attack. He's gonna play downhill. He's gonna come at you. He's gonna make you have to react to him, and that's where he's at his advantage is putting someone downhill on their heels.
He's a heck of a player at NC State, wasn't he?
Could fill it. All ACC player for the Wolfpack, and 2 seasons ago here in College Park had a number of games where he was plus 25, plus 30 points. He's a talent.
Bluecoats working offensively. 10-point lead. Under a minute to play here in the third quarter. And in the lane, Coach Gansey thought that was another charge. No call this time around. And somebody gets pushed or slips. Not sure what happened there.
Cat Barber earned it on that possession. I mean, he took one in the gut. Gave his body up on the charge that was no call, and then Key fell and looked like Cat took one in the head on the fall.
Springer with
three
the
times.
Loose ball foul there, John. So
watch this. Boom. Takes it. He's getting up. Steps in.
Yeah, and he got pushed.
We missed it. That right here, he gets it again.
Yeah,
with the right hand.
So Barber at the line here. Teams over the limit. 45 seconds to play here in the third quarter. And good free throw by Barber. That helps. And all of a sudden, John, it's an 8-point lead. You said they need something to get going, some energy. Somebody's got to take this over. Ellison with the hustle.
Oh, yeah, in the gaps, active, nice closeout. He was closing out while the ball was in the air. He's a good player. Active, attentive. That's what Coach Gansey's preaching to the entire squad is we got to play with a sense of urgency, and he likes what he sees out of Ellison.
Johnson with another board. Need points out of this possession. And Seibert got caught trying to get to the ball, and I think Springer was in better position when he released the pass there, trying to get it to Seibert. Seibert ends up fouling him.
Yeah, Springer was going to shoot the gap. Seibert had no chance but to foul in that situation. Otherwise, Springer's catching it and going for 2 on the other end. So we'll have to earn him from the free throw line. Coach Carl looking on.
Yeah, 28th pick in the draft, first round pick Springer. Played on a very talented Tennessee team. Shot clock did not move, so they're going to reset that. 12 seconds on the shot clock, 19 seconds left in the quarter.
Skyhawks get the defense set. 10 on the clock.
They'll look for one here. This is Riller. He'll look to go one-on-one. Gives it up. Brownbridge is short. 3 seconds on the clock. They might have time.
Oh, they could have used that. They could have used that for momentum. 8-point spread going into the fourth. We'll be back from the College Park Skyhawks Gateway Center Arena here in College Park, Georgia.
Of all the things that
get drilled at this game, he's supposed to be big hands.
At the Gateway Center Arena in College Park, Georgia. Skyhawks down 8, 79-71. I'm talking about that Papa shot. What's going on?
I was watching, man. I used to get drilled on that game, man. I couldn't. My hands were too big, and my brother would just beat me every time, man. I got nightmares watching Papa shot.
Skyhawks with the ball here as we start the fourth quarter. Anybody's ball game with an 8-point lead. They just have to get something going, and John and I were talking in the break. Not sure who's going to pick it up. Somebody's got to get it going. Ellison to the basket. Bucket and one.
Looking for a signal from the official crew. We got a block, one shot. So it's going to be on.
It is going to be one shot for Ellison. Replay right here as he takes his man contact off the glass. I'll take it.
Yeah, Key got him.
Good basket by Ellison. John, is your mic working here? Are we good?
Yeah, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can't.
I got you.
I mean, I see your lips moving, but I can't. I can't hear you. No, I just want to make sure we're good.
I'm on.
Okay. Ellison at the line. It comes off the front end. 6-point lead for the Bluecoats. And again, the Skyhawks looking for their first win of the season here this afternoon. After playing the Bluecoats on Friday night, Springer in the lane elevates for 2 more. Springer's had a really good day here this afternoon. Passing lanes, steals. He's now got 8 points.
And he led Delaware on Friday night, scoring 22 points.
Loose ball, Mays with the pickup. And all the way to the basket. Skylar Mays, 81-75. A little matchup, man zone kind of defense here for the Skyhawks. As the Bluecoats go down low, there's Key, turnaround jumper, no good. Cat Barber looking to push, and he'll go all the way to the basket. He gets hacked, and there is no call there. Barber's going to be down on the other end. Again, no Sharif Cooper, as he hurt his ankle back in the second quarter on a fall as he made an attempt to go to the basket. Shamari Pons hits another 3, and just like that, it's a 9-point lead for Delaware. All right, let's go over to Annie and find out. Annie, what's going on, Annie?
Yeah, thanks so much, Carl. In that last timeout, assistant coach Courtney Alexander was preaching the defense. He wants all 5 players to crash the boards. He wants to see them all going after those rebounds. You know, almost half of this team's rebounds come just from Jalen Johnson, so he emphasized having the other 4 guys crashing the glass as well to hopefully get back into this game.
Well, he's right about that. Coach is absolutely right. That's what it's going to take over the next 9:55. Everybody hitting the glass and taking good shots. Long 3, and that one falls. It seems like every time, John, that they need a 3, they've come down and hit one. Aaron Henry hits another one there.
Timely threes, winning basketball, just timely. The ability to step up and knock down the shot.
Seibert misses. And Delaware wastes no time. Bluecoats all the way to the basket. Shamari Pons reverse layup. And Coach Gansey wants a timeout. 89-75. No defense in the lane for the Skyhawks. They've got work to do.
Your mom's got to go.
She's family.
She's using my Old Spice moisturizer with shea butter, and she's wearing my robe.
We're out.
What does 1800 tequila taste like? It tastes like victory. 1800, the world's most awarded tequila.
Kevin! Kevin! Oh, nice. Kevin, where are you? Kevin!
Hey, what's going on? I'm right here. I was busy cash backing for the holidays with Chase Freedom Unlimited. I'm going to cash back on the gingerbread house.
Ooh, it's got little people inside.
And a snow globe.
Oh, I wish I lived in there.
You know, I can't believe you lost another Kevin.
It's a holiday tradition.
That it is. Earn big time with Chase Freedom Unlimited. How do you cash back? Chase, make more of what's yours.
Richard's been conditioned to finish his plate even when he's full.
Every single time.
And that's just a bit of psychology Richard learned from Noom Weight. Sign up now at Noom.com.
This copyrighted telecast of the NBA G League may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA G League.
Oh, look at Nate McMillan. He's like, you want a selfie? I'll take a selfie with you.
Great to see, right? Huh? Where else do you get that access? Coach McMillan on a Sunday afternoon, watching hoops. That's great stuff. Gotta love it.
Folks having fun down here. College Park, Georgia. Gateway Center Arena. And again, if you've not been down here, come check it out. It's cool. It's fun. Games are entertaining. It's a good time for the family. Jalen Johnson goes up. He gets fouled. And, John, you know, the thing is, every time that you look at the score and you see, you know, the Skyhawks cut it to 7 or 8, they just haven't been able to get it to 4 or 2 within striking distance. It seems like Delaware's been able to answer every time down as Johnson will go to the line. He's had a monster game on the glass today, guys. 18 rebounds, 15 defensive boards as he shoots the free throw, and Johnny misses another one.
Yeah, and that's that's been the Achilles heel. If he has one in the game, it's his free throw shooting. He missed 3 free throws on Friday night. That's his second miss on the night tonight, but those are worth 2 points. So, you know, you're down 14-15, 4-6 points really goes a long way to get you back in it.
Yeah, those free throws, they do come back to bite you. Out of bounds on the leg of Shamari Pons. Skyhawks get another possession, as Kat Barber has been in the game since Sharif Cooper really got injured, running the show. Johnson down low, just too big and too strong down there. Charlie Brown Jr. couldn't do anything with him.
That's high efficient offense right there. If you can get him the ball right near the block, something good's gonna happen. Jalen will work on the free throws, that will come, but
it will.
That's high quality offense.
Oh, almost a steal there by Mays. He's got his hands on it, and this is a good defensive possession for the Skyhawks. That is until Charlie Brown Jr. finishes with the left hand and somehow got it to go, and now it looks like that's going to be an and one situation. A blocking foul on the play?
Yeah, I think official Jenner now had the call on the baseline. May have anticipated the call. Cat looked like he was trying to get out of the way, but slid under. It's more of a safety call right there. Charlie's up his feet, and Cat's moving under him. Not inside, not outside of the circle. So the benefit always goes to the offensive player in that situation.
Well, Brown's
it was the right call.
Yeah, Brown's got 22 now on the afternoon. 8 for 17 from the field. He's only one of 6 from beyond the arc, but he's been involved all afternoon offensively for the Bluecoats. 92-77 our score. There's Brown trying to make a play on Johnson, and he's going to get called for the foul as he tried to reach around.
Yeah, Charlie's the guy that's going to bring it on both ends of the floor. He's just active, high motor, really shows up in the stats. He's going to have assists, boards, offensive boards, but he scraps. I mean, that's why he's a good player.
He's a fun guy, too. His time here a couple of years ago with the Skyhawks, he was fun to be around and gets it, understands the work that he puts in, trying to get to the league as Johnson makes a strong move to the basket, leaves it short on the front rim, and here comes the Bluecoats. Springer looking to step back. He won't take it. Gives it up to Brown. Brown swings it. They swing it again. Wide open 3 for Brownbridge, and it's no good.
Ellison might have been shuffling the feet on that one, so you get a defensive stop, try to convert to some easy offense, shuffle the feet. Another turnover now, Carl. That's 18 turnovers.
It's been a part of this game.
Skyhawks.
Yeah, John, it's been a part of the discussion today. There's no doubt about it.
And Delaware makes them pay from beyond the arc right there. So, I mean, if that's a snapshot of what we've seen, turnover converted to an easy 3, and there's just been a few too many of those turnovers that are converted.
No doubt about it. Mays cuts to the basket. Great cut, great backdoor. Finds the layup. There's still plenty of time to make a run here in this game with 7:11 to play. But it's going to start on this end, John. And as long as Aaron Henry is hitting those shots, turnaround jumper on the baseline, 15-footer, they're going to continue to extend this lead.
Yeah, Skyhawks surrendering, about 112, 113 points per game, and that's where their growth area is for this team. If they can get it down in the low 100s, field goal percentage defense, they're still at about 44% today, so improvements there, but they really need to lock down defensively. I think the firepower on this team offensively, they're going to score on most nights plus 100.
Long 3 in the corner is no good.
Long three right there. Skyhawks looking for anything right now, Carl. 18. Cat, kiss.
You said he would attack. He will attack. And Hamilton's going to get ready to check back into the game. But if they're shooting these long threes and these boards are coming off these long rebounds, and that's going to be offensive. That's an offensive foul right there. Braxton Key in the lane. But as long as they continue to shoot these threes with the long rebounds, it's giving you an opportunity to get transition points.
Absolutely. Long rebounds off missed threes, always relevant in transition. Cat Barber getting after it. That's like his third or fourth charge attempt where he's trying to step in, giving up his body. He's really competing. Cat Barber taking advantage of the opportunity to play minutes spelled by the injury to Sharif Cooper.
Braxton Key really lowered his shoulder right there, didn't he? Kind of getting that contact. I'm leaning into you.
Oh, he's a wide body. He's going to create. Cat Barber did a nice job selling the fake.
And as we've been talking about Sharif Cooper, he's not going to play anymore, as Annie told us earlier in her report. He is out for the remainder of today. 9 points, 4-7 shooting. He was off to a really good start, and you looked at the way things were going. He might have really put it on today and turned it on, but he's not going to be able to return to this game. And again, now we just hope that this ankle doesn't keep him out of action for an extended period of time.
Absolutely, Carl. And again, he had 17 points, 13 assists on Friday night for Sharif, and he was just starting to get hot. Really going off the bounce, penetrating. That was certainly a big absence and loss for College Park in the latter half of this game.
97-83, our score. A foul on Pons as he goes up. And everything right now is just going Delaware's way.
Yeah, Shamari Pons really finding the seams, getting in there. He's now at point total 21 points, 9 of 16 from the floor for Shamari Pons. 8 assists to go with it with 0 turnovers. So
impressive.
We're looking for a player of the game. He's standing out right now. Charlie might have an argument.
Let's go over to Annie Finberg and talk. Annie, one of the things that we haven't really had a chance to talk about, I know you talked to Coach Nate, and maybe we'll have to do it when we come back, is the Hawks are on fire right now at home.
They sure are, and we will definitely get to that when we come back from this break.
Selling your home doesn't need to be stressful. With HomeLight's Simple Sale, you can skip the paint job and fixing up the yard. You can also pass on all those neighbors stomping through your house at all those open houses and unannounced buyer showings. HomeLight provides an all-cash offer for your home so you can sell your home in days, not months. It's quick, it's stress-free, and most importantly, it's simple. Start for free today at homelight.com/simple.
$75 vitamins, minerals, and whole food sourced ingredients. 1 scoop, 1 glass. Comprehensive and convenient daily nutrition made for just about everybody. AG1 by Athletic Greens.
You're ready to start your own business. LegalZoom can help you set it up. We've helped launch and support millions of small businesses. It's kind of our thing. Start an LLC, corporation, or nonprofit with LegalZoom. Let's make it official.
Spetka goes unexpected. Spetka goes two-stepping. Spetka goes off. Spetka goes, yeehaw!
Carl Dukes along with John Babel, sideline reporter Annie Finberg. And Annie, we were talking about Coach Nate McMillan being here, but the Hawks have been great at home recently.
They sure have. They're on a 4-game win streak at home. After dropping 6 straight, it was a tough period there with those 6 losses. They knew what they had to do to get it back together, and they did that as soon as they got home. So they'll look to make it 5 straight tomorrow as they take on the Oklahoma City Thunder. And then the team heads out to San Antonio and Memphis. So, tough team in the Memphis Grizzlies, but they hope to just continue that win streak. And you know what? A team that has really gotten better about executing in the second half, I think that they could get some notes for the Skyhawks to continue better in the second half.
Yeah, I heard Coach Nate tell you about finishing. Finishing games is something he preaches to his team, and it hurt us on the West Coast trip when they went out west early in the season. They have been finishing games at home. And speaking of that Memphis trip, you said it, Ja Morant is playing amazing basketball right now as Jalen Johnson goes coast to coast for the College Park Skyhawks. 185, John. 5 minutes to play. Can they make a run?
Absolutely. 5 minutes, plenty of time, but not if that happens. The fadeaway from Henry.
Henry's come in this game, and all of a sudden he's scoring like crazy.
I was saying absolutely it can, and as he was shooting, I said absolutely not. I thought I heard him talking as he was fading.
14 points for Henry.
Tough shot.
And this guy's been filling it. That's Charlie Brown. Missed shot by Cumberland. And there's Johnson again trying to get one. Falls off the rim. Up. Loose ball. Shamari Pines tries to go behind his back. I think it's going to be Skyhawks ball. It is.
Should be. Ellison's been hustling on both sides of the floor. Pons obviously, he was just trying to save it behind his back. So Skyhawks will get it. I don't know what Pons is talking over there with the official.
So he tries to go behind the back.
He's saying that it may have hit Ellison's foot.
Yeah, went off the foot.
He might have an argument, actually.
Yeah, they're going to review that. The refs are going to come over and take a look. I think it might have gone off his foot. I'm not quite sure if they're going to keep that call or not. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah, it was just tough to see from our angle, but obviously on the replay, that's a no-brainer, I think.
Behind the back, off the leg. Yeah. Yep. That's going to be
Blue Coats
ball
at half court.
And John, while we're talking to Annie about the Hawks, what do you think? Coming off the run last year, I mean, you know, it was the most exciting team in the NBA. Trey putting on a show in the Garden. You get to the conference finals, and, you know, I've talked to a bunch of guys on my radio show about this and whether they were healthy or not. JC says, listen, I think if we were healthy last year, we would have gave Milwaukee a run. Trey has said that on the program. So, you know, you wonder, okay, if we can stay healthy this year, how far can this team go?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the playoffs, I agree with you. Momentum's a strong thing in sports. We had it. They didn't have a lot of answers for our pick and roll. You know, our high dive, Capella and John Collins to the rim with Trey coming off, and then when Trey rolls the ankle, you know, it was a different story. But we had some serious momentum. Slow start, but the NBA season is such a long season. We're going to have a chance to string together five wins in 8 days now, and 7 or 8 and 1 at home. So taking care of home, those things over time are going to add up, right?
No doubt. Listen, the expectations for the Hawks now, as fans here at the arena enjoying themselves, the expectations for the Hawks are up here now. I mean, after the run last year and everybody kind of realizing how good the team is, I don't think they're going to surprise anybody in the NBA, you know?
No, not going to sneak up on anyone. And the East got stronger. The East, you know, Miami's a tough team.
Skyhawks taking on the Raptors, 9:05. Yes, that is the area code. 9:05, December 14th, 7 o'clock, and December 16th at 7 o'clock. Get your tickets today. Holidays are here, and it's a great time, again, to bring out the family. Maybe you got friends visiting. College Park Skyhawks in action December 14th and December 16th. Both 7 o'clock tips. Get your tickets today at cptickets.com. As the officials are still talking about where that ball or who that ball went off of, trying to figure out, I think they're going to have a call reversal here. Let's see what the call is.
There we see the replay. So it changed the trajectory of the ball as it hit the knee. For me, from my eyes, I don't know about you. What do you see, Carl?
It's obvious.
Pretty easy one.
Yeah,
they got it right.
They did.
Took a while, though, right? What's going on over there?
I have no idea.
Well, the thoroughness by this crew.
Hey, rather be right. So it is the Blue Coats ball. 4:20 to play here in the fourth quarter. Skyhawks down 102-87. And there is Charlie Brown Jr. again.
I mean, he's got it going.
25 here against the Skyhawks.
He's done a little bit from all over, too. Beyond the arc, at the free throw line, above the rim with the dunks, offensive glass. What a complete game for him today.
No doubt. He's been all over the floor. So is this guy, Shamari Pons. Pons throws it off the leg of Jalen Johnson. And here's the thing for Skyhawk fans. You know, Johnson, Mays, we talk about Sharif Cooper, who didn't play here in the second half. But to see these guys develop and continue to get better and to have a chance to see them at this level is really cool. It's a really cool thing. Hey, we've got 105-87 score. Skyhawks trying to get back in it with 3:51 left.
Selling your home doesn't need to be stressful. With HomeLight Simple Sale, you can skip the paint job and fixing up the yard. You can also pass on all those neighbors stomping through your house at all those open houses and unannounced buyer showings. HomeLight provides an all-cash offer for your home so you can sell your home in days, not months. It's quick, it's stress-free, and most importantly, it's simple. Start for free today at homelight.com/simple.
You're going to need a smaller cabinet because now you can take all those supplements you're taking or not taking and replace them with this. AG1 by Athletic Greens brings 75 vitamins, minerals, whole food sourced ingredients, probiotics, and adaptogens together in one place. It might just be the most comprehensive and convenient nutritional regimen on the planet. Immunity supporting, recovery enhancing, digestion improving, energy lifting. Made to the strictest quality standards. Made New Zealand. Made for just about everybody.
105-87. Skyhawks down to the Bluecoats in NBA G League action. Carl Dukes along with John Babel, Annie Finberg, our sideline reporter, enjoying the action here as so many people have come down to check out the Skyhawks. But John, at 0-3, today they were looking for that first win, and there is still time to get back in this game. But as we've said, it seems like every run has been answered so far.
Yeah, every run has been answered, and when the Skyhawks have strung together 2 or 3 stops, it seems like the turnover has been what's hurt them. Delaware with 30 points off turnovers in this game. I think that is the difference to me that stands out. No momentum able to be built when the Skyhawks needed it most. But still time left, just under 4 minutes.
Well, John, the other thing is this team has only hit 3 three-pointers today. There's Hamilton with the dunk underneath. But in a league where you have to hit threes, 3 for 17?
Yeah, it's a little bit puzzling. I mean, I guess when Johnson has 17 attempts, Ellison is your power forward player, your 4. He has 14 attempts. When your shots are coming from those 2, doesn't surprise me the low threes, but Delaware has doubled this up, 35 3 attempts to 17, and that's where this league's going analytically. So
3 for 2, right? 3 for 2?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Johnson pulls up, and he knocks down a long 2. Yeah, if you were to ask me, like, what the difference outside of not getting the stops that they needed today, that's a big deal because that keeps you in the game, those 3-point attempts.
I think the second half transition offense was a little bit absent. You got to string together stops to get transition offense. You see Hamilton right here rolling down the middle, finishing 2 hands above the rim. Way to keep it high, big man. But if you're not getting stops, it's really tough to get some flow offensively and play with the pace that you want. And Delaware really clamped down defensively and controlled it third and fourth quarter.
Jalen Johnson with the most rebounds in college or his pro career. 15 points, his second 15-point, 20-rebound game in the G League this season. Jalen Johnson, the first overall pick, first-round pick, should I say, for the Atlanta Hawks, number 20 overall. That's putting up numbers, and you see the potential there of what this young man's going to have to offer.
Absolutely. Every time he steps on the floor, he's going to be a threat on both sides of the ball. I think just, the growth there for him is the cerebral side of it, learning to digest plays at multiple positions and defensive assignments and the ability to play through every play. Much more possessions in the NBA level than in the college game.
And right there, just found a way to get his hand on the ball, gets the tip. And he'll get called for the foul there. By the way, when you dunked, did you like to yell like Hamilton did? Were you a yeller when you dunked the ball? Ah!
Hey, you can count the number of dunks that are out there on me on one hand. If you go look through the archives, you'll find a few. But what I liked about what Coach Ganley said about Jalen was Coach Jen, Chris Jen with the The Atlanta Hawks staff was watching film yesterday with Jalen, working on development, and then Coach Gansey has a one-on-one with him in the morning, talking about free throws, talking about today's approach to the game mentally. I think that's what Coach Gansey brings to this team, is he's going to build rapport with players. I think that's what upper management likes in him, and over time, you're going to see the benefit of that. He's a people guy. He knows the game. He loves his players, and just give him time here in College Park.
I agree. That's another delay of game call. Again, Shamari Pons, great putback, hustle play, but he gives Mays a chance to go to the free throw line with the clock stopping. 109-93 our score here with 2:20 to play in the fourth quarter. And Mays misses a free throw. That's when you know.
Yeah, that's
right?
his first miss on the season. It's just that's the way the second half has gone for the Skyhawks.
Yeah. Shamari Pines got that rebound after his tip, put it back in, and then just kind of held the ball, which was a delay of game, and which gave Mays the free throw, but no conversion. Jalen, the most rebounds in a G League game this season now, with 22 boards for Jalen Johnson. Skylar Mays goes up, and he gets up on the attempted alley-oop play, takes it all the way to the other end. No foul called, and he just throws his hands up in disgust as if there was contact and no call.
16-point spread, under 2 minutes. Skyhawks just can't get anything going right now.
Johnson says, I'll get it going. Give it to me. I'll take it. And he does. Really good day for Jalen Johnson. Something he can build on, continue to get better in this league. And you know, you talked about the free throws will come. That will definitely come. But you see the hustle plays, the ability to put it on the floor for his size and get to the basket. I really like his game a whole lot.
Man, you know, 42 minutes in the books. So you're talking about a guy on his third night of travel, you know, locally, granted, but plays Friday night, goes yesterday, plays at State Farm Arena, comes back today, logs 42 minutes, and has this production. That's maturity. That's growth.
It is, especially for a guy that's, what, 19 years old?
That's hard to do for anyone, right, Carl?
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's the other part of this. When we see some of these guys like Johnson, that's what makes the G League so impressive is you're watching these guys 19 years old, 20 years old, you know they're going to continue to get better. Hamilton's going to the line. Hamilton's given them quality minutes today as well off the bench. 19 minutes. He's got 14 points. 5 starters in double figures. But again, that three-point percentage, 17% from beyond the arc. That's not going to get it done.
Yeah, like I said, you know, Delaware is 109 points. You know, the magic number, want to try to hold your opponent, you know, somewhere in that 98 to 102, because I think on most nights, and we'll see here in the last minute unfold, Skyhawks will get north of 100, 105, and if they're shooting the ball well, you know, they'll be in that 110 story. So, you know, it's a fine line. You know, it's 3 or 4 possessions.
It really is. Skyhawks trying to press, maybe get a couple turnovers here before the end of the game. 49 seconds to play here. And this is going to be another Delaware win, and the Skyhawks are going to still be looking for their first victory of the season.
On silver lining, Johnson 23 boards, 21 points. Mays with 18. You know, you got to hope that Sharif is not too injured. We'll pray for the best there. And, you know, he had quality minutes early on. So, you know, this team will gel. It's just a matter of time.
And you talk about gelling, like plays like that, just an out-of-bounds play, knowing where you should be, and it turns into a turnover. And really, that's how the second half has gone. I mean, at the half, John, it was 52-50. It was a 2-point lead. And then they expanded it to 7, then 15, and then to 15 points or beyond. And at that point, it was hard for the Skyhawks to make the plays to get back in the game. And another turnover here as the clock winds down. And I think the Bluecoats are just going to run it out as Kobe Carl picks up another win in G League action here.
2 shots.
Tough to play from behind, Carl. You know, that's when you start pressing. That's where you can lose your game plan. You start doing things that are against the grain. And for whatever reason tonight, the shots were not falling from beyond the arc. Turnovers a little bit, few too many there. 22 turnovers for the Skyhawks. So they have time to clean it up. But those are the things that stand out.
and they will get things cleaned up. Steve Gansey determined to get things cleaned up, and he will do that. They've got a great staff here, and Courtney Alexander and Ronnie Burrell and Deshaun Butler, all these guys working hard to make sure that these guys get what they need to get, and they certainly will. Make sure you come out and check out the Skyhawks down here at the Gateway Center. They'll just let the clock run out. 116-97 is going to be our final score as the Skyhawks fall to 0-4, and the Delaware Bluecoats go to 4-1 on the year in NBA G League action. Again, Bluecoats are the 76ers.